Hey guys, welcome back. I hope you had a really great day trading today. So today we had a little bit of a choppy, slow grind upward into this bear gap. Now this is SPY, we're on the 30-minute time frame, and this morning we started down and then we came back up and we chopped around right here, just about where we saw resistance yesterday. And then at the very end of the day, we did see a breakout candle into that bear gap, but we did not get very far into it. So we did push just a little bit more into this massive bear gap. We didn't quite get to the top of the implied move. So 558, 560 spreads really didn't have a lot of premium there. So those did not work today. We were just underneath that 50-day moving average and the 35 EMA on the weekly time frame. Those are going to be huge resistance levels. So you could feel today the sluggish price action pushing up into the gap, and VIX came down to 24. There was not a whole lot of buying volume here. This price action right here is still likely a result of short covering more than anything else. Volume doesn't show that there's a whole lot of excitement about buying here. So shorts still getting squeezed here, and we did push into this gap a little bit. Didn't quite make it to the top of the implied move. SPX, same thing over here. We did open with that drop down. 35 EMA. We stayed above it all day and we swung back up. We saw that choppy price action just underneath this previous resistance here. And then towards the end of the day, this was about 1:30, we pushed up into this bear gap just a little bit. We did not quite make it to the top of the implied move. We do have that 50-day moving average up there facing down. In the bear gap, we have some real resistance levels above us here. None of these spreads up here today had much premium in there, and that is a result of VIX coming down. And SPY closed up 0.63%, SPX up 0.58%, VIX down 3.97%, so we're down to 24, and we did stay completely within the implied move today. And you could see the only two levels that were in our actual implied move today was the 35 EMA and that big bear gap. Everything else was in our trading range, but a little further out, and we did stay between those two levels. And QQQ today, we did open with that same volatility. We opened down and then we came back up, and then we traded sideways within this bear gap right here, and then we finally pushed up. We actually closed that bear gap out, and then the 50-day moving average was right there. We didn't see a huge resistance or pushback at the 50-day moving average. We did close right at it, but with futures, we are seeing a little bit of a pushback there. So we could open with that actually being a resistance. So same thing here today, sluggish price action. Shorts are getting squeezed. Not a whole lot of buying volume. Volume dropped to about half of the 30-day average. So squeezing higher, but not seeing a whole lot of excitement at these levels. So QQQ up 0.66%, VXN down 3.29%, and we did stay completely within the implied move here. So 35 EMA was our level to the downside, bear gap to the upside with the 50-day moving average. Those were in the implied move. We hit them all. We didn't actually hit the 35 EMA, but it did hold us up and pushed us higher to reach these next levels. And we did stay within the implied move. IWM today, we did see a drop down to the 35 EMA and then a clear support there. 1 hour 200 moving average was also there. These two levels teamed up for the second day in a row to bring us back up and into this bear gap. So I didn't collapse this down yesterday. This is where the bear gap got filled to yesterday, and then today we did push into there just a little bit and actually closed right at that top there. And in IWM, this bear gap is massive, and we didn't quite get to the top of the implied move. None of these spreads had any premium in there worth selling into, so I was on the sidelines here. We do have the 50-day moving average in here, and then I I want to say 200-day moving average, but what is this one? That's the 200 week. Oh, that's funny. That's actually the 200 week moving average right here. So that right here, that is a huge level. 50-day moving average crossing under the 200 week moving average is a massive, massive death cross right here. So that looks like it's possible going into tomorrow. And let me recenter here. And so we did push a little bit higher into this gap. 35 EMA still holding us up as we squeeze higher. Volume low, about half of the 30-day average. So this move here is still just shorts covering. IWM closed up today 0.59%. RVX down 3.5%. And we did trade completely within the implied move today. All right, and then lastly, let's take a look at DIA. DIA closed pretty flat here today, and we took it up to the 1 hour 200 moving average, saw that as resistance, and then towards the end of the day, we did break out above that level and trade a little bit sideways here. Volume still really low here, but we are still pushing higher here as volatility contracts and shorts are forced to cover. And while we squeeze, this 30-minute 35 EMA is absolute gold. So that was a recap of today. It definitely wasn't the most exciting trading day, but not every day is going to be. So coming up next, we have tomorrow's trading ranges. That is available to members only or members first. That video will be available for everybody tomorrow when markets close. But if you are a member, if you're thinking about becoming a member, go check out some of the past members' videos. And basically, this setup here, all of these setups here were done in the members video from yesterday. So we go over the members video after markets closed. So if you do want to get these trading ranges in advance with all the levels that go through it, and then also a link to each individual chart, consider joining. It's $10 a month and you will get that back in one trade. Members, I will see you there. Everyone else, I'll see you tomorrow. Have fun, trade safe. Make sure you take profits when you're up, and I will see you guys really soon.